One day, concealed within the ordinary data stream, an anomaly surfaced that Voyager had never been programmed to transmit. It was neither an error nor a malfunction. Instead, it was an image. A structured, high-frequency imprint later named a visual cipher by analysts. At first glance, it appeared merely as a haze of noise, akin to the static from an old television set. However, as layers were enhanced and the data filtered and refined, shapes began to emerge. Patterns solidified. Lines became distinct. What materialized was not a star or a planet, nor anything recognizable from our solar system. It was something entirely different, something observing us. The tension deepened as scientists noted the surrounding phenomena, distortions in light that suggested a formidable gravitational entity. This being did not merely exist, it altered the very fabric of space itself. Then, the most disquieting detail emerged. Upon the signal's arrival, Voyager 2's systems experienced a glitch. Its orientation realigned. Instruments detected a fleeting spike in radiation. It was as if an unseen force reached through the abyss and made contact with the machine. When experts examined the image more meticulously, they discovered it was not a solitary frame but a series of impressions layered together. The timestamps did not align, some overlapped. Pixels looped, creating fractal-like shifts that seemed to defy our understanding of time. It was more than just an image. It captured a multidimensional phenomenon compressed into a two-dimensional representation, similar to how a shadow only hints at a solid object. In the forefront, a monolithic figure loomed, still and unwavering. It was symmetrical, sharply defined, and strangely exact. It hung motionless in a place devoid of stars. It neither rotated nor drifted, it simply waited. Then, just as abruptly as it appeared, Voyager's signal began to diminish, not gradually but all at once, as if something had become aware of being observed. Accompanying the image were readings that left experts perplexed. The plasma density surrounding Voyager 2 surged, an inconceivable event so distant from the Sun's influence. This plasma was not the cold, sparse matter expected in interstellar space. It was dense, nearly 10 times higher than anticipated, and alarmingly hot. It felt artificially heated, as if the warmth came from containment rather than stars. Voyager seemed to have brushed against a boundary, a membrane designed to segregate different regions of space. This barrier wasn't to keep intruders out, it was meant to limit us within. Another anomaly emerged within the data stream. An odd segment of binary initially appeared corrupted. Yet, pattern recognition disclosed a more peculiar finding. Recurring geometric forms echoed biological structures like the branching nervous systems of coral and deep-sea creatures found on Earth. It was not arbitrary, it was alive. The electromagnetic language encoded carried syntax, resembling a form of grammar. When simulated, these patterns adapted and evolved, responding to environmental changes as if sentient. Voyager hadn't merely returned data, it had brought back a seed of life. While agencies globally rushed to decipher this information, Voyager 2 altered its course. A slight adjustment of just over 3 degrees, unexplainable by gravity alone, turned its antenna toward an unexplored sector of space. From that direction, another image emerged, simpler yet more unsettling. A ring of light expanding from the monolithic shape, spreading wider with each burst of data. Then, the feed abruptly ceased. Public databases were hastily erased, yet not quickly enough. A few observatories captured echoes of the transmission before it vanished. The monolith was no longer mute. It emitted a frequency eerily reminiscent of the golden record Voyager carried, a message not from us but directed at us. As researchers delved deeper, simulations unveiled even stranger phenomena. Space surrounding Voyager appeared to warp in ways that defied the laws of three-dimensional reality. Not drawn inward like a black hole, but twisted as if hidden corridors or structures were being created between dimensions. More perplexingly, this distortion did not pull Voyager in, it trailed alongside it, like a shadow skimming the surface of reality. Engineers soon discovered something chilling. Voyager seemed to be reacting to its own signals. Encased within the feedback loop, transmissions were mirrored back, but not at the expected delay. The intervals shortened with each sequence until, eventually, responses arrived even before the original messages were sent. It felt as if Voyager engaged in conversation with something existing outside of time itself. Meanwhile, the image revealed additional secrets. Intricate layers concealed a code so dense and recursive that attempts to analyze it caused system failures, data corruption, and hardware malfunctions. This signal appeared to defend itself or, more ominously, safeguard us from unlocking something not meant to be accessed. A thought virus. A mimetic payload. This was designed not for machines but for human minds. After decades of silence, Voyager 2 unveiled a startling truth: space was never devoid of life. It was never indifferent. It bore witness. When we dared to gaze deep enough into the cosmos, it responded in kind. The stars above may seem quiet tonight, but behind them, something has already taken note of us. And this time, it didn't